Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your year of 2025 tarot and oracle card predictions. We are going to start right away with an angel number. This will be your number, perhaps for the entire year. Be on the lookout for it. 1221, taking initiative. This is a number of change, optimism, joy, communication, messages, good news, expression, and high vibes. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. So pay attention when that number strikes. And I've been giving people a homework assignment. I don't know why it didn't occur to me before, but as you go through this, you may find, as we're going to go month by month here for the year ahead, that you may be thinking, how am I supposed to remember this? I'll tell you what, when the reading is done, or even while we're doing it, open your Google Calendar. Leave yourself notes month by month as almost like a gift to your future self for what the cards have to tell you today. All right, here's your other oracle card, then we'll get into the tarot. You have the card of intuition, wisdom. It's a card of gifts. Honor your innate ability to see psychically and trust your gut feelings. Trust your guidance and the vibrations you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses rush in. Look into expanding your gifts by taking classes, using a diary, meditating, and listening to your inner voice. So know that still small voice inside has meaningful messages for you, but you have to be willing to receive. All right, now we will hear from the tarot going month by month for the year ahead. All right, starting off here in January, and you'll notice we're going to go along the wheel here, okay? So you'll see the signs as they align. You have the card of Judgment. February, you have the 10 of Pentacles. March, the 3 of Swords. April, the Knight of Swords. May, the King of Pentacles. June, the 10 of Wands. July, the Knight of Cups. August, the 4 of Wands. These are not considered reversals because they did come out in right side up. It's just to align with the wheel. September, the King of Swords. October, the Ace of Cups. November, the 5 of Cups. And the Page of Cups in December to round out the year. So on the bottom, you have 2 more 10s. 10, 10, 10, that other angel number showing up here for you today. Endings are new beginnings. That's what I feel like they're telling you. So for some of you, if you've had a breakup, you may get communication. The best months for that would be January, February, but then you'd pick it up again in July and August, okay? You do have something with reconciliation in December, but I feel like if it's right now, you're in the midst of it right now, I don't see December of a year from now is when they're finally going to reach out. And if they do, it may be a little too late, or you find out something disappointing about them and it reconnects you that way. But I feel like by then you'll have moved on. Now, for some of you too, you may get information that pushes you forward. So as you begin the year though, I feel like it helps you release whatever is holding you back here with this energy of Judgment and the 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and even the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords helps you open up to receive. And so if you've really been trying to be unconditional, trying not to maybe even will things into happening, because we all have free will, right? And as much as we want our own free will, everyone else has a right to theirs as well. So I feel like if you've been waiting on something in terms of a job offer or even a move, January would be a great month, okay? That has all systems go. And the energy of Judgment helps you become very creative. It helps you access all those gifts, everything that you have inside of you right now to be successful. The energy of Judgment also thins the veil between the divine and the human. So pay attention to all those precognitive experiences. Don't talk yourself out of your own intuition. Listen to it. Allow it to be your guidance system. So here's when things get even more interesting in February. I'm going to put down the 4 of Swords just briefly, but we've got 10, 10, 10, okay? We've got the Wealth card, we have the happy family card, and we have the card of endings. So I do feel like this is a great month, oddly enough, for love, but you really have to be fully past somebody. So you may get information about an ex in January that says, yep, never going back to them, or just like I thought it would end up. I feel like you may, if you're single, the month of February would be a great time to meet someone or be set up on a date. Some of you may not see it coming now because look, we're still in December, and 2 months from now, you meet somebody or you have a friend that says, I've got somebody you have to meet. They're perfect for you. And so I feel like it really is about finding your match. You also may have unexpected money coming back. Now, even if you lost a job, there may be more money there that you're owed. And I feel like it'll finally get sent your way. Now, with this 3 of Swords coming into March here, the 3 of Swords with this 4 of Swords, the 3 of Swords tells you it's finally time to let go of something. So if you haven't heard anything for a while, even if it was a job situation, you may finally find out that someone else was hired for the job. I feel like whatever the 3 of Swords represents, it is a bit of betrayal, yes, but it helps you finally let go so that you're not being held up by what ifs, possibilities that are ended, things like that. The 3 of Swords is a difficult energy, but I do feel like in this case, it's going to finally be the answer to something. This will be your year when answers come in. There may be some pain involved, but I also feel like too, it won't surprise you. There's no real big surprising kinds of things here. It's more about, I feel like, letting you release things that are holding you back, that are no longer available, or really just aren't a match anymore. So with that 3 of Swords release in March, I feel like it stirs up something in April here with the Knight of Swords. That Knight of Swords will give you your second win too. So if you kind of put things on the, the back burner, in April you'll be on a quest. If it's anything to do with communication or writing, if you do any kind of reviews for things, or even in terms of finishing up your resume, sending it out, here's where you'll get that second wind and you'll send out more resumes than you knew you were capable of. The Knight of Swords helps you get down to business. Now, the other thing too, if you have anything that you're planning, like a move or travel, that Knight of Swords will have you taking the wheel. This is where you say, get out of the way, I'm doing it. You may not, and this is where the notes come in handy too, because in the month of April, you may not have patience for others trying to handle jobs. You may be more in the mindset that you can just get the job done more efficiently, better. It'll be done more correctly. It'll be hitting the mark. And so that Knight of Swords can have you really being in the place where you take on a lot. So be aware of that, so that you also too can delegate, because sometimes with the Knight of Swords, it ends up pinning everything on you. And after a while, that can get a little tiring. But I do feel like the Knight of Swords serves a purpose. Knights come in to fix things, and that Knight of Swords may be cleaning something up that's been kind of hanging out there too long. If you have any kind of home repairs too that you need help with, you'll find the right person for the job. April would be a good month for any kind of deferred maintenance, okay? If it has something to do with the house or something that needs to have a bit of attention to it. May you've got great aspects here. You and your own energy in that King of Pentacles. You've got a lot of earthy energy here. Now, just to be clear, I mentioned we have the 3 10s. We just have 1 major arcana, but you also have 2 kings and 2 knights. And so the kings are the masters of the suit. This is you mastering money, mastering the physical body, and mastering manifestation. So the King of Pentacles is a great energy because it attracts abundance and stability, where that Knight of Swords in April can be a bit unstable. The King of Pentacles will get things grounded again. So you'll feel stable. You'll feel like things are moving forward in a very predictable way. It'll also bring in consistent people. Now I shortchanged this on a 10. We actually have all 4 10s. I apologize. So we have all 4 10s in the reading today. But with this King of Pentacles, if it's a partnership too, this King of Pentacles delivers. So in terms of attracting love, I mentioned January, February. I also like May, though, for new love, because it's a King of Pentacles coming in. So it'll be somebody who has their whole life together. It'll be somebody who's stable in all areas, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. They, in terms of even spiritually. And oftentimes when we see people who are having a breakdown, it's more of a spiritual one than anything else. I was just a witness in a meeting at work to somebody who was having what seemed to be an emotional breakdown. But I walk out of those things and I think there's more going on. So here we go into June. You've got this 10 of Wands. So now we've got another 10. That energy of June is, for some, if you are moving or transitioning, it may be kind of a busy month for you because that 10 of Wands, and like I said back in April, you may be prone to taking on a lot. You got to be careful because it's showing up again in June. And so you just don't want to overextend yourself or get yourself into a place of really feeling burdened, because that's what that 10 of Wands tends to do. Now, if you are ending a relationship or some other situation, maybe you got something at a job that was a benefit that you no longer get, you may have to bridge the gap in June. If there's some kind of perk that you get, maybe it's free clothes, or you wear a uniform and you go into a job where you now need clothes, that sort of thing, where it could be something tedious. That's how it feels, more on the mundane level, but this is definitely manageable. It is not that taxing. It feels more like an inconvenience than anything else to me. In July, though, things are going to get heated up again. July and August are looking really nice. That Knight of Cups comes in to help you drive towards your dreams. The Knight of Cups helps you plan out, see your goals, see your vision, but then helps you move too. So it's not just looking, okay? It's not just window shopping. Now, in terms of love, it's very daydreamy. So, and I feel like you do have a partner here who's not only going to be quite stable and consistent, but they're going to pull up the romantic energies here in July. It may be time to have a little weekend getaway, or they may plan something special, a picnic or something with a lot of personal touches. This is somebody who pays attention, and I also feel like they have the resources to do it. Okay, there's nothing worse than having a partner who wants to do things for you but can't because financially they cannot make it happen. I mean, there may be worse things than that, but truthfully, I feel like this is somebody who can deliver, and it'll bring your heart delight where you can just relax. Now, if it's vice versa, you may find again with this Knight of Cups that you may be the one too that has your partner really swooning and saying how grateful they are for you. If you're planning a wedding in August, it's showing up in these cards. If you're saying not yet, it could be on. And this, I was going to say the 1111 card, this 4 of Wands energy, is a wonderful card of celebration, expansion. Again, if you're single and you get invited to a wedding, this may also be when you meet the person. Now, the 4 of Wands is also indicating that in career, you're going to have another gain. Okay, so if you change January, February, or even in May, by the time you're getting into August, I feel like you're going to have another surge, whether it's a promotion or just things going along really well, having all of your customers or patients or whatever clientele you have really singing your praises, feeling like people are getting along. So if you've had a difficult year with colleagues and not getting along, or even if somebody left and it's caused a ripple effect, I feel like you'll get back on track here in August. September is a great month for signing contracts. The King of Swords, yeah, it's very no-nonsense energy, but it's also very logical. So things make sense. There's no question here. There's nothing confusing here. There's nothing hidden either, so you won't get swindled out of money. Now, this is also a card where you don't care what other people think about you. So if you need to let go of something, or even if you need to start something new, like some kind of a 12-step group, you say, I don't care what other people think. It's my life and I need to do something differently. This would be a month where you would do it. Now, some of you sitting there right now saying, if I need some kind of 12-step group, I don't think I should wait until September of 2025 to find it. I would tend to agree with that myself, but I would tell you in terms of things to do during September, this is one of those times if you make a big, broad, sweeping change, you'll do it and you'll do it on your own terms. You're not here to play by somebody else's music. You're here to write your own song, your own story, and to live your life by what sings to you, what your heart feels is best for you. So speaking of heart, you've got fulfillment here in the month of October. Again, another good month for starting anything new. That Ace of Cups is an overflowing cup of love. So if you do have a lot of things going on and you say, yeah, I've always wanted to start some kind of a new side business, or I'm getting closer to retirement and starting to figure out I need to diversify a bit and bring in other income revenues, and you had a bit of a busy summer here, you may find that when you get into October, you start to say, now is the time. I'm not going to let this get into 2026. And again, with love, you do have some nice aspects throughout the year in terms of timing. But I would also say in October, too, this is a time where chemistry is high, that you'll click with someone. And it's based on real love, okay? It's somebody, like I said, who brings a lot to the table. So you're not having to make concessions and explanations for where they're at in their life. I mean, this is somebody that you won't have to explain to your friends and family why you're with them. So in the energy of November here, sorry, I didn't have the cards quite aligned, and I know some of you really watch out for that. With this Five of Cups, you may have just a slight chink in the armor. Again, there may be somebody around you who moves away in November. It does bring in a bit of sadness, but they're trying to tell you that you still have things left. You still have other alternatives. I don't see a huge ending for you. I see it as more something around you, okay? And this is where the notes would help, because then when somebody at your job or some client or patient leaves and you go, oh man, it was in the cards, it'll make more sense. I will say in the energy of December, you're going to be feeling the love. It's definitely light, easy energy. It's getting along well with people. This is law of attraction energy. You get what you receive. So I feel like as you close out 2025, you'll be counting your blessings and seeing the good that the year brought into you. If there are some endings, I don't feel like it's going to be anything too life-shattering. It's just all life, okay? Love you, Virgo, and I'll be back again soon.